Waiting for woo-woo, dude. He should be coming in shortly. Got about a 10-second delay in case you're wondering if that matters to you. He should be here shortly. Just looking at some little bit of charts. Here, just get my stuff ready, if you don't mind. Spill the beans. What's next? What's next? What's next? You want to know what's next? I'll tell you what's next. Hillary Clinton. Do any of you guys remember? Let me double check. He's trying to get in. Okay. That guy called Drinking with Bob years ago on YouTube, and then he just kind of quit YouTube, and he was a teacher or was a former teacher or something, and then he went back to teaching or something. I guess maybe that's why he had to kind of quit his rants on YouTube. But it was always red and yelling, and it was great. Don't know if any of you guys remember Drinking with Bob. See if I can find a little picture of him. Where is he now? Oh, this is him. Hang on. Let me share the screen. Good old Drinking with Bob. Man, I missed that guy. I got to send Woo to the link again. Hang on. For some reason, he's not getting it. I'll send it from my super duper secret account. It's weird. He'll get my emails just fine. I'll use a different email, like my two main ones. Maybe he'll get one. Maybe he won't. He'll get the other one. It's not getting it now, so I'll use my super duper secret one, secret weapon that should go through. There he is. So anyway, do you guys remember that guy though? Any of you Drinking with Bob? That guy was great, man. There we go. See, Richard doesn't know we're like live. I usually wait till we connect and then we go live, but we are live. Richard, we're live right now. If you can hear me.
I hear you good, Mr. Joseph.
Holy chamoly, man. Things are popping off. Spirit's giving you a little crypto today action.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's hard for me to walk away from these things, but when I saw them give me amp and it was at 2.2, I went, yeah, that's a good enough hit for me. So yeah, I scooped it, and incredible things. Boy, are we in history right now, huh? Crazy Absolutely, stuff man. Going on. Yeah. So what have you been finding, Joe? By the way, I like
Where
these
do I start?
I like these afternoon delights.
You're not sleepy nap time at 8 to 9?
Dude, I if I talk too fast, slow me down. I'm doing the best. But I
You
had
got
an
the cappuccino or a Dunkaccino?
oh, dude, I took an extra large and I haven't had one since I went in the hospital. I took that and 2 ivermectin. I'm good for the day.
Well, that's quite the combo right there. A little Dunkaccino, some ivermectin. I mean, that's the recipe of champions.
I think so.
Wait a minute. You took horse dewormer? Well, so did the queen. The queen just took it, apparently.
Yeah. Well, when I get done with this, I'm going to rub my ass across the carpet and see if I could take care of everything. You ever see a dog that has worms?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, okay, every now and then, I get it. But if you're doing that all the time, yeah, you might want to check your dog's butt or check him for worms or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I went to a wooden floor. I don't have to worry about it now.
Yeah. Oh! And he purposely sanded it down to make it a little rough.
There you go. So where do you want to start, my friend? I mean, ever since
I don't even know.
I gave that information out about when I was in a hospital and Putin in a ring.
Yes, the head kick, the final kick, the fake outs, and he just went for the big kick. But again, they're talking about today, anyways. I sent you a link earlier, of course. UK urges other European countries to cut Russia, Putin out of Suez. So as soon as I saw it, my head just goes XRP. XRP. It's going to replace SWIFT. It's going to replace all the stuff. The deal's already done. You saw that in the big vision you had. People shaking hands. It's quiet. It's not public. But when it becomes public, it's going to be like you better hope you had some, because you're going to want some. And your wants, by the time you meet that need, you're going to realize, oh my God, the price is way, way, way too high. And that's why I'm always out here talking to you guys about crypto. Get in. Why are you waiting? Me and JC, we put up that video on JC's channel, on his website, beyondmystic.net, his pay-per-view thing. Panic to own. Learn how to do it now, because I'm telling you all, I'll tell everybody right now, any people that are not into crypto, the day is going to come where you panic to own, and you're going to panic and go reach out to me, Joe, or Bix, JC. You're going to send all 3 of us an email. Cliff, somebody help me. And those guys usually send people to me. So it's like, the more technical, go to Joe. And it's like, I will not, under any circumstances, have the time to tell you, I'm just going to delete. I'll read it because I read all my emails. Delete. I won't even reply. Delete. Because I'm not going to, when that time comes and everyone's panicking, believe me, a lot of shit's going to be happening. It's already happening.
It is.
Speaking of a lot of shit. And I'm not going to have, so that's what I'm telling you guys. If you are still, and you don't have to get my video, you just need to find some way of educating yourself sooner rather than later on crypto. How do I do a first purchase? How do I store it? What's a cold wallet? What do I do with it? I have it all in the video, but if again, you don't have to buy it from me or JC. You can just go figure it out, but you better figure it out soon, because there's things that are kind of knocking off right now. Someone just sent me, let me see if I can pull it up. I'll just talk about it. It was in a Patreon private message today. I was just earlier just answering a few private messages, and just gonna scroll down because this guy is like, oh, hey, here's an older, webbot thing. He goes, I wonder if this is kind of where we're at or about to be at right now, basically. I thought his name was Chris something or whatever. I'm just looking, February 22nd. Today's the 24th, so it's been after that.
Are you still on 2222? You got to change that, Joe.
Yeah, I know, right? And I was just walking up the stairs and I go, it's 2:22 right now, right when I was getting ready to come up here and do that whole thing. I'm just trying to scroll and find it. Give me a minute, guys. I just want to read, because he copied it right out of the webbot, and I was telling myself, I should probably maybe I should copy this, and I didn't. So now I'm going to scroll up and down and try to find where this damn thing's at. Here it is. Got it. It wasn't Chris Gavin. Chris, Chris Gavin. Those are close.
Oh yeah, you're there.
Cliff High's data shows we are right over a temporal marker for revolution in the central bank. Further, in a quote, further, there are additional data sets in supporting position to the number 38008, so $38,008, if you will, that relate it to the pivot point or status point or base floor idea, and suggest that this will hold as the point around which revolutions in pricing take place over summer, northern hemisphere. Excuse me. There are some ancillary supporting sets indicating that economic financial revolutions will also be taking place in the background events as Bitcoin prices move in this direction. These sets could also be interpreted with the 38008 as a temporal marker for revolution within the central banking system that brings out financial destruction of many of the oldest banking/institutions in the Western republics. And I said, yep, sounds like we're right on it, is what I said to him. Now, having said that, just move my stuff around. We just saw what happened in Canada. We're going to lock you out of your account. Oh, you're the coffee shop that some truckers came in and bought from you. We're going to lock you out for supporting them. Number one, you're allowed to support a protester, whether there's a national crap act or not. Emergencies Act. Give me a break. You can support anybody you want to support if they walk in there and they want to buy a cup of coffee. Do you even know who they are? Oh, you're the right. Smokey and the Bandit guy. No idea who they are. So they try to do it. Then we had the second in command, as Woo Dude told me. Oh my God, who number two? Who's number two? Let me go look. This Freeland lady, and I just watched a video yesterday or today about her questioning George Soros at, I think it was a World Economic Forum event. And she's asking about all this stuff, and he's giving these gleeful answers. Oh yeah, she's one of them. She supposedly sits on the board of the World Economic Forum. Give me a freaking break. So we come out, we expose this immediately. People start talking, and not that we're the only ones, by the way, but people start talking, and all of a sudden, Justin, retract emergency act. We're done. It's over. Well, they had people pulling their money out of the banks left and right in Canada. Oh my God, panic. When you take them, it goes back to Penny Kelly's The Robes when they visited her. And she mentioned all people have to do is stop participating in the system for a few days. Stop working. Don't go out and buy stuff. Don't do nothing. Just stop. And part of that, honestly, would be taking your money out of the bank and keeping it in your own possession. It's kind of like crypto. Is it in your wallet? Well, no. Well, yeah, it's in my bank account, but that's not your possession. Well, how do you keep it in your possession? You're going to have a bunch of cash at your house, right? It doesn't make sense. That's why we need to go to crypto. But point being, we had the Ukraine, we had Russia, Bitcoin up, legalize. And we've got today's headline. UK wants to tell the other countries out there to stop using Russia, helping Russia, whatever, get them out of the SWIFT system and ban them. And I'm going XRP. And I can see the case building right now for cryptos. And yeah, we have a nice big slam down. And I thought today, well, if Ukraine, the oligarch central, if you will, and the illicit gains and all this stuff, you said a while back that this is a money laundering operation. This is where the big guys go. Yeah, they're going to have to put their money somewhere else out of the system because they're going to get cracked down on. They're not going to have a choice.
It's amazing how it's all coming out.
It's happening.
It's mind-boggling.
So if I'm the controller, Tether, of the crypto market, and my guys need to get in, what better time to get them in than when I can put blood on the streets for them at the press of a button? So press of a button, market's dumping. Days after the announcement of this thing with Ukraine and Russia accepting Bitcoin, all this, like, come on, guys. They're giving themselves a fire sale. Is it the bottom? Is it the very bottom? I don't know. But you know what? When he called me today, and he's already said it, so I'll just repeat it. AMP. Yeah. And that's John Kim's, him and his Litecoin stuff. It's his favorite coins, especially AMP. He's constantly talking about on YouTube, on Twitter.
Oh, really?
John Kim is, yeah, my friend. So I'm like, I've not owned any. I haven't had the need to get any. I'm happy with all I did. And I go, I think I'm gonna grab some. If he called me, we would do calls. I listen. So I'm like, let me go on there. So I go on there to get some. And this happened to me before. I was telling Woo Dude that I go to do a purchase. It's like, how much do you want? Let's just say $1,000. Okay. It's waiting. Error, blah, blah, blah. Communication, something. It's a weird error. Okay. So try again. Oh, there it goes. And then I find out a day or two later, oh, you put $3,000 in, not 1,000, because we charge you all 3 times. I'm going, I think I'll take the extra crypto, no problem. So today I go to get AMP, it does it, son of a bitch. And I go, this time I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'll refresh my homepage there. Oh, my portfolio is the same. Okay, it didn't go through. I go and buy it the second time. It goes through, and then I go right away and refresh. Oh, there's both orders. So I'm going, I think they're throwing me a bonus. And you were telling me you were giving somebody a reading and talking, and you were going to tell him about AMP. And he goes, "Oh yeah, George already posted it on Patreon." and you said to him, like, it's probably going to go up pretty quick, like soon rather than later. And it was down to like 0.22. Again, there's our 2.2, and rocketed up to almost 3.
That's what I got it for, Joe. 2.2.
And it jumped up to almost 3. And just to give anyone an idea of what that kind of equates to, I'll just tell you real quick as soon as where's my chart? Daily, 3-day, 1 hour. Just to give you an idea of what that looked like. It was down about 2.2, rocketed up about 20% in like, I don't even know, no time. And not to say, again, not to say that I know exactly what's going to happen or it's going to come back down a little bit, whatever. If Spirit tells Woo, dude, get some damn AMP, and he goes, oh, that's a good, look, that's pretty low, I think I'll grab some, and he does, and he calls me, I'm like, done. Next button I press, Patreon. Hey guys. So I will say there was enough time in there by the time I posted it that if someone was quick enough, you didn't have to be real quick, but 10, 15, 20 minutes, I don't know. You could have got in and rode, 15, 20% up possibly.
Yeah, well, it was pretty fast. As I'm shooting a breeze with this guy, doing a reading with him, literally, Joe, I talked to you within 10 minutes before that. He already knew about it. I'm going, boy, oh boy, does this go quick? I said, it's a funny thing. And, but it's a beautiful thing too, where you give this to your people immediately. And then, like I say to them, I'm no freaking financial guy. I'm the farthest from it. But when they say something to me, it's like, really? Okay. And there's not too many things that you can buy for 2 pennies, so it doesn't take a lot of dollars to get a decent amount and then see where it goes. And at this time, and it's hard when I see, we still haven't hit the lows of what we did 2 weeks ago, but there's some more things that are about to happen. And like I keep saying, well, I told you the other day, they keep making my eyes look towards the Middle East. And I know we're not hearing anything about that, but I don't know, Joe, how long ago did I say that I saw 3 of these going at the same time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Taiwan scenario, something in the Middle East that has to do with Israel and
Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah, 3 items. And I guess the bottom line, this 222 thing, I mean, a lot of people are all about it now. But I think when I came out on your live stream and said that they gave me a date, that was over 6 months ago. And
yes,
and I'm going, of all dates, 222, that the changing of the guard would happen. We're watching that happen. That the whole financial system is going to change, and we're going to be able to take our finger and point to that date that it all started there. And the Spirit had me watch the Biden conference. It was supposed to be on at like 1:30, the live thing.
It was like 40 minutes late, I think.
Yeah, longer. Yeah. And then he comes out at exactly 2:22. And then Spirit says, watch him. So I, not that I really wanted to even watch him, but so I watched him. And I'm going, wait a second here. I said, is that another sign or is that just a coincidence? So I see him and he touches his nose twice and he touches his ear twice. I'm going, yeah, go back and watch it. The 2s again. And I'm going, they're all talking to each other. And remember, before they tried to kill me the last time, when I said the NWO actually stands for the Nazi World Order, and everything coming out of Russia and Putin's mouth is, we're going to denaziize this, or we're going to get rid of the Nazis. All I'm hearing is Nazis everywhere. The woman, I had no idea who she was in Canada. And they said her bloodline is connected to the Nazis. Holy shit, everything comes out. And I really believe is when information like this comes out, it travels everywhere and it changes things. It just does. And we hope for the best, like what you said about Trudeau. He comes right out, boom, and he reverses it. Why? But weird shit's happening, and this is really fluid. And this ain't nearly done. Not nearly. It's, it's an exciting time. Some people are scared, but it's like, listen, there's nothing you can do about it. A year ago, I said that when I argued with Spirit to knock down a tree of evil, they said, we have to expose the roots first. All right. And this is what we're seeing, not in just one country, not just in Canada. Look at the United States. Every time we turn around, another domino falls. We look in the other countries, everything that's coming out everywhere. These roots are being exposed. So, do we want to see people getting killed? No. Okay. You always hope for the best, but understand this is not in our hands. Okay. And this is where we got to have faith in the Creator and the good beings that are out there, that there's a reason that this is happening and we have to keep the faith. But this is, back when COVID just started, I said this on your YouTube, I said, what they're showing me, this is for all the marbles.
That's right.
Remember me saying that?
I said exactly that too, for all the marbles.
That this is not just for America. This is worldwide, and it's all revolved around the financial system. That's what this is. And this is where they want total control because, the crossing of the planets are going to happen. They're already happening. The world geologically is going to change. And whoever has control of the financial system, is going to control the world for the next 2,000 years. And on top of it, back then I said, you're going to see countries go after other lands because they're hoping, they don't know the outcome. They're hoping that after the dust is settled, whatever they have is theirs. And we're watching it happen. This is the new alignment. And this is to bring fairness to the world. Because when we all look at it, the things that have been done have been really, really wrong. And we've seen it from Iraq on that, mass destruction. Who are you shitting?
Yep.
Every single thing's been a freaking lie.
Every one of them. Vietnam,
freaking
War, all of them, everything.
But under the guise of NATO and the New World Order, that's okay. See, when I grew up, I don't know if you were alive then or not, Snip, but there used to be a Yugoslavia. Do you ever remember?
Yeah.
Bet your ass. But they decided to bomb the living shit out of it, NATO, kill everybody, and separate it and turn it into little countries. Well, why'd you do that? It's these things that are not brought out that are real. And you go, you think that's right? Right? So I think we got to go a little bit beyond the skin and the propaganda of everything and then take a real look. What did you think Putin was going to do when I said he was in the ring? He was going to fight. It was going to happen. All right. And he's going to do a head strike. So all these people after
the fakes, and he's done a number of fakes.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to get knocked out of the Swiss system. Hey, no problem. Who's that blonde-headed doofus out there that has all this fucking hair like this? What's his name? Boris.
Oh, Boris Johnson.
Oh, yeah, you dick. Okay. Oh, we're going to do this. Hey, asshole, how much oil do you got? Oh, guess what? No oil for you. Shut the spigots off on your ass. You see how Putin, they're trying to put him down, and they think they got him in a chokehold, and he's going, really? Is that all you
they're
got?
choking him, and he's got both his hands, not even trying to get out of it. He's playing chess.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know who you are and who you are. And all of a sudden they're going to be targeted. And I just heard a little while ago that they wanted to kick him out of the Swiss. You'll use something.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Germany says, oh, no fucking way, man. No, you're not gonna. You know why? They wouldn't even be able to survive another 4 weeks without their fuel. They're screwed. They're screwed. And then think about it. Who's the number one creator of fertilizer in the world, in the freaking world? Who is it? Russia. Enjoy your crops that you're not going to have this year. So really, you keep trying to say you're going to punch me in the nose, and it's like, dude, I'm really sick of your shit, and now I'm going to take it. And if any of you guys get involved in it, I'm going to stick something up your ass that you're never going to forget. And that's where Putin is now. When you look at it and go, son of a bitch, I thought he was good in judo. This son of a bitch is the black belt, and he knows how to play chess.
Yep. And think about it. I've been saying this whole time, Trump's not, not in power. Biden is. The whole looking into the election stuff, it's really not really going too far. It's barely gaining traction with some of the data and the stuff and just leave it at that. And it's funny that all of this bad stuff right now that I've told people, I got a sneaky suspicion a whole bunch of shit that needs to happen is going to happen under Biden's watch, so that if Trump happened to have been in power when that shit was happening, even though, shocking or not, it may have needed to happen anyways, and under his watch, it's just, he's not going to look good. It's going to make him look bad. So why not put the doofus in there? Absolute doofus. And then play the puppet master, do your thing. And then after all the smoke and everything, okay, Ukraine's taken care of, that place is done, that thing's over, that's over. Oh, we've got some election results. We, like Canada. Oh, we found 200,000, like they did in Canada. We found 200,000 votes that weren't turned in. They were hidden. They didn't run through the machines.
Yeah.
That just came out a few days ago. So I'm thinking, well, could you imagine if Trudeau...
He did not win, by the way.
Yeah,
Spirits
of course
already
not.
told. He did not win. That was...
Realizes, And my question was that little, we found 200,000 ballots that didn't get turned in. Was that them telling him, oh, okay, no, minus of emergency act. It's over. And the banking system problem, it's over. Yeah, I'll be a good boy. Or they're going to use it anyways and say, well, look, yeah, you kind of run out. We just found this. Sorry about that. And I thought to myself, man, imagine if they also found that in the United States, because everyone's arguing, well, the machines did this, and they ran these things many, many times in the machines. But in all these cases, like, oh, he won by 19,000 there. He only won by 12,000 there, 30,000 there. Just imagine if, we just found a warehouse full of, Trump ballots, let's say, and we don't need the machines because we found them. We'll just go ahead and count these by hand since we found them, Oh my gosh, he's got another 400,000 votes on top of all of, I'm just making this up, of course, but I just thought, man, there's a bunch of ways this could go. But I just got a sneaky suspicion we haven't seen the last of Trump. I know you've been saying that. And when all of this bad stuff happens under Biden's watch, and then the Hunter Biden thing happens, and then the other Biden thing happens, Papa Biden thing happens after Hunter. Oh, guess who's coming back?
Yeah. Well, the other thing, let's be realistic. We all saw the fraud. We know the fraud. All right. But the thing is Trump really could have forced it and stayed in. He really could have. Mm-hmm. But the problem with that, Joe, is that we would never have known for sure how deep the corruption went and who was involved. Now the roots are being exposed.
Yep. And
when you talk about those machines that have a name that begins with the letter D, I don't really need to say it. Aren't they headquarters in Canada?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know.
Oh, you're going to have to hunt that one down. Yeah, I have a funny feeling that I think there's some sort of a connection here, Joe.
I know, but didn't they initially come out of like Venezuela or something? Yeah,
Yeah.
Toronto headquarters, Toronto.
Oh, no way. Oh shit. That was just coincidence.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah. But when you add all this stuff up, um, we have the changing of the guard. It's happening. We have the oligarchs scurrying, and they're going, well, let's do this to him and let's do that. Oh, shit. But if he does that, how's your country going to survive when the gas is $10 a gallon? What do you think your food's going to cost? What do you think everything is?
The other day when we were doing a live stream, I think it might have been with JC, you didn't have a chance to actually say this one part when you told me, this is over a week ago now.
Right.
And you said, they're telling me like, just to be advised of everybody, like, you got an extra gas can, you got a generator, like top stuff off, top everything off. And you said, and you're like, I don't know that necessarily it's because, well, there's a power outage coming. You're like, it might be because like prices are going to freaking spike. And if you got it now and you can kind of dwindle it down and use it, hopefully by the time prices get, crazy, you can start using your own gas, and then maybe enough time will go by that they kind of come down. Is kind of what you were feeling. So again, looking at everything right now, man, it's like we're going to be heading there.
Oh, absolutely.
Record high prices are going to be coming.
Yeah. This is just.
You gave someone a reading the other day, didn't you? And they're like, "Oh, you're in California. Are you thinking about leaving?" Yeah, you will. You'll probably make that decision when it's like $8 or $10 a gallon. I think you said to them.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's one of the highest places to pay for gas. Taxes that they have there are unbelievable.
Yeah, but this so coincides with Cliff, and what he said that when we see the silver and precious metals, and also I'm going to say cryptos, going up, that it won't be the pleasantest of times. And this is why what I had been getting was, and this is what they showed me, this is going to be the wave. It's not going to be a constant up or a constant down, that we all need to learn how to surf. We really do. And by doing little things now can make a big difference. Don't think it's too late. That's absurd, but make adjustments. I was watching, oh my God, the Up to Date last night. That's when I sent you the text. I figured you were sleeping. I said, it's on. It started. I was on.
I think that was not. I might not have been able to sleep. I forget. Was it the 22nd or when was that?
Yeah, it was on Hal Turner, and the Up to Date on everything that was coming in was just unbelievable. So if people want to see blow by blow what's happening, holy shit, does he have it? And it's just amazing the stuff that's coming out. And when I saw that last night, you actually saw the first bombs hitting at exactly 4:00, and that was the info that was coming. And you just went, holy shit. Okay, he has a connection here. He stepped out on that. He said it'll start at 4. And it was actually, the information came from somebody in Canada who had the ability, had a live cam feed of a place in Ukraine. And right at 4:00 it happened. It's like, holy shit. And then you start realizing what's happening. It's real good, up-to-date stuff. And I was mind-boggling on the accuracy of it. But wow, kind of neat.
Yeah, I saw one video of wasn't moving very quick for a missile or whatever it was, that went into some airport in Ukraine, small airport, but like, I saw people running and stuff, but it's like, I'm looking at it going, okay, well, here's like the main part of the airport, and there's something back there that they hit. And I just think, I go, well, oligarchs, elitists, maybe that was his target. They had a jet there, they had a private plane.
Well, that's where they park them. You're a helicopter.
That's right. They do not drive around. The only time they drive is when they have to. They get picked up by their limo, go to their place back, and they're back on their plane. Their plane's always close by. They get on their private jets or whatever, and they leave. So again, if you're targeting that, you're targeting them.
Yeah. And that's his goal, is he's going after all the Nazis, that he's not going after, you got to take a look when, Hal Turner made fun of these people, and I get it, that he said, this is what I'm talking about. You're telling me that these Ukrainians and people didn't know this was coming, and there were literally thousands of cars lined up at a gas station. Think about how stupid that is. Why would you not have had your vehicle filled? But the thing is in a matter of hours, every airport was destroyed. All the ships were destroyed. They don't even have a plane now. And the only one that's in the air are the Russians. But this is what everybody's got to think about. Why was everybody trying to escape and go to Russia? Because they know.
If they're the bad guys, do you go to the bad guys?
Right.
We'd run away from the bad guys. We got to go somewhere else.
Exactly. And that's where they were all heading. And you've got to realize.
Yeah, there was, I saw a picture of the interstate system. One's coming this way, one's going that way. And this one had a few cars on it. And this one was just bumper to bumper. And that was the one, I believe, heading towards Russia.
Right. And the Russian tanks were going the opposite direction. And all the Ukrainians were going in this. Does that kind of tell you that maybe we're all not getting the truth about the scenario? Okay.
Yep. And I went to eat the other day, and some of these restaurants, they've got, MSNBC, whatever bullshit on. That's like, I hate even sitting there watching that. Just turn the TV off. But, they've got all the guys in their suits and ties, and they're, the war broadcasters, and, Ukraine, blah, 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 wartime, telling you what's happening. It's like, you don't even faze me anymore. I know what you're doing. You're propagandists. And it's just, I see right through your nonsense. But it's like, as soon as it starts, they just go right into their role-playing action. And begin, go. Oh, give me the mic. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's just, oh my God, you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times.
It's too bad. When I was growing up as a kid, I like to have believed. I know, I saw John F. Kennedy, I was a young kid when that happened. But news was different then. It really was. And then something happened. It's like after that point, something happened. And then all of a sudden, it started to change. And it was like a control on it. And now, obviously, being much older, I realized, what had happened. And, it saddens me that so many people are so focused on that and not actually doing the research. Like I say, even like me. Don't believe me. Put your own discernment into it. Use your own eyes, your own ears, and listen to your heart. And then make your own decision. And make that on your own, not by what people are blowing out their asses. Sit back and take a look. There's so much, simply put, fuckery out there. Is that a legal word? I don't know. But there really is on deceptiveness. That it really is unbelievable. And like I said, in the higher realms, I know this is all about exposing, the roots of the tree of evil. So we all need to be excited. We are going into light. Understand, they're not just going to roll over. They're going to go down kicking and screaming, but it's all going to come out. It is. And we just got to have faith that there is a higher hand. And that's why my cup's always half full. It's like, okay, all right. Even this woman in Canada, I didn't know who she was. It's the first time I saw a woman at the bottom of the stairs with Trudeau falling and the people turning their backs on her. Then there she was, and with a number 2 on her back. I had no idea. I'm just thinking, the number 2, and then you showed me something with all the police officers in Canada that had number 2s on their back. What the hell was that?
Big giant square, like white background 2. And it was just this one particular group of police officers as they went by, toot. I'm going, you got to be effing kidding me. And let's not forget, remember the guy, Brad Glaringhouse, that was this, I don't know if he still is or was, whatever, the CEO of Ripple at the time. When he was leaving or whatever, right before the lawsuit hit. And on the whiteboard behind him with marker, it was spelled out, I think, or part of the number was spelled out like TWO and then 22, or it said, or literally spelled the whole thing 222. And we're all like, they're giving signs. So again, if XRP, I'm hearing the word Russia, SWIFT system, lock down the bank account, kick this person out, I'm going, XRP. This is the role that thing's going to take. It's going to kick in. You're not going to be able to kick people off of the platform. You don't just get to say, hey, you're a bully because we said so, so we're kicking you out of SWIFT. You just destroyed a bunch of our oligarchs' airplanes and, banking facilities in the Ukraine. So, you're the terrorist, but really the person saying it's the terrorist. So, and the person saying it is the one that has the control over that whole financial system. Right. Just like we saw them try to do in Canada, locking people out of their bank account. People started flooding the banks and trying to get their money out. And it was right after that Trudeau was like, oh yeah, no more act. It's over. And I'm like, too late. Everyone in the world's seeing this now going, I don't know what about my bank? And what about this? And you had an issue today about yours. You want to talk about that or not?
I went to one of my banks and it happened. Okay, I can't say it. It's a bank that's connected to Canada. Use your own imagination. And so I go in, I cut a check, and every one of them they know I'm woo, dude. Okay, because computers go crazy when I get in there, and so they all know me. Okay, and I said, yeah, I need to cut this because I want some more cash in my hands. And they said, oh, do you have your ATM card with you? I go, yeah, but I'm not using an ATM card. They said, no, you can't use your driver's license anymore. You got to stick your ATM in here. I go, when did they do that? Well, it's brand new. They just did it. And I look at it, I said, so what you're telling me is you're using this as a digital connection for me to get to my money. I went,
and they won't take your driver's license.
No, they would not accept my driver's license. I looked at her and I said, something's changed, huh? Her eyebrows went up, like there's nothing that she can say, obviously. But I went, something just changed again. And again, the only thing that I can say is this comes out of the country north of us. And I just went, dude, okay.
And I'll say this. So I didn't know that yet until he told me just a little while ago. We were just talking.
It just happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was driving back with my wife. It was just me, her, and Ian from somewhere. And she's like, oh, well, I need to get cash out of the bank for something. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, well, there's one on the way home. We'll go to that branch. All right. Go to the drive-thru. It's plenty for the drive-thru, easy. Get same. And I didn't have any process change. I was normal. They saw my ID. They're happy. Okay, got my money. But I'm going. When I get there, I go. I've already got a little bit of cash at house. I feel like I need to get some more. I think I need to get some more. So I said, Evan, I'm gonna grab some more out of this. So I told the lady, give me this much, and she gave. So I got it. And then I get home, and then a little while later, we're talking. You and I are talking, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I feel like I needed to grab a little cash out of the bank today." I go, "That's funny. I just got back from the bank, pulling some cash out." Okay. So again, everyone listening, I didn't know he was doing that. He sure as hell didn't know I was doing that, and we both did it. We're talking today, telling each other how we just did it, and it's like, okay. And there's 3 things he told you guys have been saying for a while. You're going to need cash at some point. You're going to need cryptos at some point. You're going to need precious metals at some point. The third one. So, and you said it's not like you need them all at the same time, but there may be a issue where, oh my gosh, we need some cash. The things are down. Electronics are down. The banking, online hack, Russia hacked the banking system. Okay, well, we got some cash. Okay, the hack's done. We're back online. Okay, you can use my debit card again. Oh, something else happened. Okay, well, now I can switch out my cryptos. I'll use the cryptos because something, whatever the reason, who knows what's going to be. And then, oh, well, that's done. Now precious metals are skyrocketing. Okay, what can I do with those for whatever reason at the time? Okay, time to use those. And he's been saying this. It hasn't changed. Like most of the things he says, it doesn't change. And I've got my precious metals. I've got my crypto. I've got my cash. And again, everybody out there, those of you not in crypto, I'm just going to put JC's link up again in the chat. Panic to own. Because it's again, I keep saying how close are we? And it's like we got to be close because the temporal markers and things that Cliff High has told us about. Look for this. And I just read one of them from an old report from that someone gave me
Yeah.
on my Patreon today. So earlier in this live stream, I read it. If you're new, you didn't watch this whole thing yet. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of sounds, I think we're getting there. If that's not a temporal marker, we're knocking on that door at least. But some of what it said is here. So again, banking system, finance, the 222, Biden touching his nose 2 times, his ear 2 times. I mean, give me a freaking break, man. This is, and you kept saying with XRP, when we first got the 22, it was just XRP. And I was like, oh, okay. And then you're like, Spirit's telling me there's way more to this 2-2 thing or the 222 thing than meets the eye, and we have to use discernment. There has to be discernment, because this is not just about crypto or XRP. There's something bigger. Right. And then you might get a little something else, a little tidbit of information throughout the last, 6 months or more. And here we are. So it's like, we're there. Guys, you got to be prepared for this shit. I've got my gas tanks full, my generator's full, got some cash, got my crypto, and it's off of all the exchanges right now because I don't need to do any trades. If I did, I would be having someone on the exchange to do the trades, but I don't. I'd rather have it in my possession when it's not. So mine's in my possession. I'm holding it. I don't have anything to worry about. People are like, well, how does that affect me if the power goes down? I go, well, it doesn't really matter because you're not going to get on Coinbase or anywhere else if the power's out. Right. And even if you have your crypto at your disposal, you can't get online anyway. So yeah, you just have to wait for everything to come back online. But I would argue too, so is everything else. You're going to go shopping? How are you going to go shopping? Yeah. I mean, they'd be out there with pen and paper and you would need cash. And
how you going to go to the bank? How you going to go to the bank and cash out? You're not. But, and just, a lot of people out there are going, well, I don't have a lot of cash in bank. I don't either. Okay. But the thing is even if it's $40, $50, that can make a difference. See, I don't see any of these things being like really long-term. I look at it as being a damn inconvenience. All right. Like right when you need to go do something that all of a sudden you can't use it. And it could be the simplest of items. Like I always tell my kids, my daughter, when she's going out shopping for her family, that I always tell them, always have some cash in your pocket, because the one time that there's an issue, and it did happen to her. All right. She had an issue and it was because the credit card machine was down, but she was able to purchase it. Okay. Because she had a couple bucks in her pocket. So that's what I'm getting at. It's not like you need to take all this money out because this is the way it's going to be for the next 6 months. No. It's to have it in your pocket in case there's an inconvenience. How many of you gone to McDonald's or something and go, oh shit, our credit cards are down? Well, do you take cash? Oh, sure.
Speaking of McDonald's, I told you this. I don't think I said this in the video yet. I went to Boston Market. The same Boston Market I think I told a story about a while ago where I go, they shut the whole drive-through down and made everyone come inside because they didn't have enough employees. And I'll go, what the hell? Now they've got enough employees, I guess. So it's normally back open, regular. So I go through the drive-through and I go, I can get a regular size side or a larger size. There's only 2 sizes. And I go, Ian loves mac and cheese. And I thought I'm going to bring him some home, but in case maybe one of the kids want something, or maybe I'll eat a little bit of it, I'll just get the larger size. But it's not like a meal. It's a side. Even though it's a larger size, it's still just a side. I paid $7.69. $7.69 for a larger size side. You go to Five Guys, if I don't know if you have those up there, the burger and
and, Five Guys,
okay, are you hot dogs, and they've been jacking their prices up. And my friends Amy and Larry that I go flying with, that run that trike company, we go there and meet up and stuff. And he's like, man, they've raised the price a couple times, and he's like, man, I can't even get out of here with just the 2 of us for like minimal $25. Like, and he's like, that's like with nothing almost. And I went there the other day and I said, you know what, I'll buy some fries this time. I'll get the large fry because they pack them full of fries and we'll just all share them. And even that was like, I swear to God, it was like $6 or $7. And I'm going, dang, for a large French fry, Jiminy Christmas, man. So
that's crazy.
And again, where's it going to end? I mean, if you're talking $8, $10 gallon gas coming to everybody, $10 a gallon milk coming,
Yeah.
Do the math on everything else. And I even
Actually,
I was at Publix today. I went and not that we needed any more paper towels, but I go, you know what? Let me just grab one case while I'm here. And I'm looking at, they got the little white plastic wrapping. So I'm looking at them all and I'm going, why does these look thinner to me? Every one of them, every brand. Why are they looking thinner than normal? 167 rolls. I go, man, I could have swore it was 200 and something recent. Like that was the last time. I'm like, I might have to go check, but I don't have that exact brand here now. The ones I did buy online a while back. So anyways, everything is shrinking and the prices are rising. And it's just going to get worse. But I do want to show this real quick, this chart I've got on here, because we
What's
just
that?
had a hell of a, this one is AMP.
Oh,
when you got
okay.
Spirit today. And, this thing's dropped down 22, oh, of course, 22%. Shocker. And that was just today. I mean, it just happened. And from the bottom, we're up 20%. And it's green again. Everything's green, like practically green again. I mean, -2, that's nothing. -3%, 2%, whatever. Pundi X, whatever. Basically, we're back where we're right back. Everything's back up right where it was. I mean, look at Doge.
Wow.
Now, of course, that looks scarier because like, whoa, because I have it zoomed in. But same story. Here's the drop, recovery. Even Litecoin, same thing. And again, I got it way zoomed in, so it looks like huge moves, but it's not necessarily huge. Now, and granted, looking at just FYI, everybody, when you back out of these charts a little bit, we'll do a 4-hour. These aren't exactly great looking signs like, oh, we're going to recover, but that's the technical side. And I don't really care about the technical side because there's woo and craziness in the world that happens that all of a sudden things flip. And one of the things you were telling us about, again, when you first start talking about Ukraine and laundering and elitists and all this, that's their stronghold. That's like one of their main places. You said something's going to happen where they're going to have to put their money out of that old system because things is going to happen and they're going to have to put it somewhere else. So what happened the other day with the leak of the Swiss bank accounts, or what it was Swiss, right? Swiss.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so a few days ago. Oh, hack, whatever you want to call it. All the elitist bank records, offshore records were hacked. And then all of a sudden it was like, are they using that against them? Whatever. So again, if these are people who go, oh shit, it's tied to Iran, Ukraine, let's say, for example. Yeah, I have my Swiss bank account where I had this thing. Yeah, but it was tied. There's gonna be transactions that can be traced to Ukraine, where my big stash is. I was using that Swiss bank as the middleman, but now they're gonna attach that to that. Holy shit! I got to get my money out of here, man.
Hey, Joe,
my big stash.
Joe, was that
Where's
their
it gonna
hodl
go?
bag? Was that their hodl bag?
That's right. The hodl bag's back there. The trade bag was Swiss. So you said, I just see you're like, and it might be when Bitcoin gets around 50K again this next time, I think, or had something with 50K you mentioned, but you're like, I just see like, before, like you might see Bitcoin, oh, things are up and it does this little thing, and it's kind of steadily going up, and you're like, I just see it jumping, like it's here, and then whoa, it's up here, like it just jumps, and then okay, here we are, and then sometime later, it jumped again, and it's like it just does these jumps. So the market's going to do the same. And you mentioned that you thought it was with Ukraine and that thing being exposed. So we've got some stuff right now being exposed that are going to say, hey, if they're about to flash a big light on my shit, I better put this somewhere that I've got more control where they can't really see that. Go into crypto.
Exactly.
So if that money comes flooding into crypto, and all of us who've been sitting on this stuff, whether we're trading or sitting or whatever, we got our hodl bags, doesn't matter, doing our little thing, and man, I'd like to see XRP at $9, and I'd like AMP at 10 cents, and Theta at $10 again. These people come in with the kind of money that they have. They're gonna be like, I don't care what I'm paying for this because this was illicit gains essentially, so it's free money. I don't care what I have to pay for anything because I have so much money. Just get me in the market. Funnel this in as fast as you can without trying to pump the market up. That would be one guy saying that. What about the other guy? What about this lady over here? What about that elitist? What about that one? And that one heard from that one, hey, things are starting to happen. Yeah, it's time to do it. Okay, I got to call my friends. Next thing you have a basically FOMO event of elitists getting into the crypto market, pumping our bags. What greater thing in the world could anybody think of right now than the scumbags forcefully, essentially, because they don't want to lose their wealth, getting into the crypto market and pumping our bags, the good guys.
Right.
And I get to go, oh, I can go build my community, my spiritual retreat community. I can go do this. I can really help the Indians now. I can help White Dove build her psychic thing with her children's hospital thing where she was doing, or not necessarily hospital, gifted kids and orphanage is what she wanted. My friend in New Mexico, his wife wants to do an orphanage. I'm like, all that money's going to come. I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. Well, I do know what to do with it. I'm going to do that good thing. I'm going to do that good thing. Maybe we can work on some technological companies that, get us off this. Because here's my next thing. We're going to electric cars, and I have one. And believe me, once I drove that Tesla the first time, I go, I don't want to drive anything else. This is the future. This is awesome. But the truck's not out yet, all that stuff. I want to get the truck. But I'm paying like 12 cents a kilowatt over here. I can fill my car up, so to speak, for about $13. I mean, that's ridiculous. I had to spend $100 elsewhere, $80, and depending on the vehicle you're driving, 60 minimal. So I could see this coming from a mile away, though. Well, we don't have the infrastructure to deal with all these electric cars all of a sudden. So we're going to have to raise rates, raise taxes, all kinds of shit, let your electric company rape you, because we don't have the infrastructure. So your 12-cent kilowatt's not going to go 24 cents a kilowatt. Your house electric bill is obviously going up because your cars and your house itself because of the new rate. I can just see this coming on in the future, unless we get a hold of this. And maybe we will with the good guys, but maybe we won't. And I'm just like, I need to use some of that money, my wealth my future wealth I'm thinking about that I hopefully have, to do like, well, let me invest in that thing. Let me invest in that. Oh, we're going to use this highly advanced technology to create energy. Like once the day comes when we can have our own energy source, we don't have to rent it, lease it, use it. You got to hook up to the electric grid. You have no choice. You got to, even if you don't live in the house, $35 a month, please, service charge. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, sorry. So there's a lot of things I could see of doing good in the world, not just helping people, helping Indians, whatever, but help humanity get off of this, vampire system that's sucking us dry every time we turn. Oh, we're getting off of this. We're going to this great new technology. Oh, rates are going to rise now.
I'm curious. Can you use solar technology and store that energy in the battery to charge your car, or do you need something more powerful?
Yeah,
I have no
theoretically,
idea how it works.
Yeah, so you could use solar panels, and then like Elon Musk, they have these Tesla wall packs, I think they're called. Excuse me, I forget the name of them. Something pack. And it's essentially a big, major kilowatt, type of a deal. And maybe it's 100 kilowatts. I'm not sure what the size of the battery bank is. It could be like 200 kilowatts. And it would do your house just fine for a few days of lost power. But essentially you would have those and then a stack of solar panels that keeps those things constantly charged. So that way at nighttime, when you have to use the batteries because there's no sun, by the time the sun comes out, you're able to power your house plus recharge the batteries. You would need a lot of solar panels for that. But you could do that, and then essentially, rather than power your house, let's say you could just the batteries are charged. Now you plug in your Tesla to that system, which then charges your Tesla car, and then as you go drive around and do your thing throughout the day, it's charging itself back up at home for free, essentially. And you could do it that way.
So I'm going to give you something weird. Spirit is actually showing me something that, and maybe they already have this technology, but they're showing it to me where they will paint the top of the vehicles that would be collecting solar energy that would be trickle charging your batteries. So no matter where you are driving or sitting in a parking lot, that this would be coming into your battery operated car. But they're showing it to me like some sort of a technology. Like I said, maybe they already have it. It almost looks like a Mylar or something that, how you could get like advertising that's on a Mylar and stick it to a vehicle.
Yeah.
That there will be a Mylar that goes on top of the roofs and access to the sun that would then be trickle charging all the time, the batteries. Weird. So maybe that's something Cliffy can work on with his floatable RV, but it seems that this type of technology, and he said it over and over, that the technologies are going to be released. I've been saying it too, but he's been saying it way longer than me.
Yeah.
That at this time, these type of developments, it's almost like they've already got it, because the way I'm looking at it, it almost looks like it sticks on, and it's just really, really thin type thing.
And it must be highly efficient, because if you normally would need a big space to make any real difference.
Yeah, but
So
again, if it's covering your vehicle in a way, and when you think about it, we think of looking at these arrays that we will look like we use now to gather up sun, but I believe that these arrays will almost be like a clear mylar, where all of a sudden your whole vehicle, sides, the hood, the top, and everything has some sort of an ability to grab this energy and send it back. And because understand, what I'm being shown here, you don't just gather with directly shooting at the sun. What they're showing me is even the sides, you would be gathering energy off of everything that's connected to it. So either that technology is already sitting out there, or for you brainiacs that are out there, you students of Cliff High, can zero in on that and go, son of a bitch. There's types of these things that can grab energies and lights from every direction to create this. And think of it this way. If you're getting a trickle charge nonstop all the time, when you're going shopping and it's sitting out in the parking lot, okay, that stuff adds up. Yeah. It really does. So
that's right.
It's interesting. Yeah. But like I said, everything's changing. And it's a cool time to be here. It really is. And that's why
you just got to navigate, people. You got to navigate through this maze, and we're trying to help you with talking to you about these things. Let you think, you don't have to follow our advice to a T. I'm not some, super duper expert guy, but I think I've got a grasp on things, and I share what I think I know and say, hey, here's what I'm talking about. You do with it what you want, but no, I don't think anything that we've really talked about was a bad idea. It's not a bad idea to have some crypto, some cash, some metals, fill your gas tanks up, have a food storage. And these are not bad ideas, but you got to navigate through this so that once the peak climax of shit hits the fan, after that, they say, okay, here's what we're left with. Now this stuff can come out. Oh, now the technology can come out. Oh, now we get this. It's going to be an awesome time. And I'm damned if I'm not going to be around for that time. I'm going to be there.
Yeah. And, so many people think when you hit the peak of the shit hit the fan, you know what? It might not be all as bad as what we all think. All right. And that's why I say, just flow with this and make little adjustments. It's little adjustments that make all the difference in the world. It's not like you have to jump head first and go crazy and do all this. It's just the little things that all of a sudden, if we have a day or two that, maybe the credit card machines are down because cables were cut. Who the hell knows? But it's just to get you through, because one thing about humanity has the ability to adapt and adapt quickly. And that's why I believe that as we do this, that, they're not straight down. They're just flow with it. Just flow with it, and not to go crazy. Don't freak out. And just understand that everything is going to change, and that we're here to make it through. That's why we're here, to make it through this stuff. And that's why we're awake to be able to see it. We're part of this incredible journey. And we've been blessed. And for all the crazies that are out there going, I don't want to die, I just say one thing to them. You shouldn't have been born, dude, because you still got to go back home. You really do. It's like I told somebody the other day in a reading. It's like a game of tag. Ah, shit, they tagged me. Now I got to go in. Or you're playing tag, you're having a good time with your friends, and then your parent, make sure you're home when the street lights are on. Oh, shit. All right. It's just who we are. This is not us. We're inside. We're a spiritual being of energy. We're made up of energy. And this is just an astronaut suit for us to be here, right? It's like that car that sits in a person's driveway. It just sits there. It's beautiful, but it doesn't do anything until you sit in it and turn the key. Does that mean you're part of the car? You're the car? No, no. It's like our spirit, okay, runs this physical body, and our soul energizes our spirit that's connected to and tethered to, guess what? The creator, the source. It's really awesome. It really is. Yeah. Hey, next time I die, I'll come back with some more information for you guys, all right? But I'm trying to take some time off here. This has been killing me, Joe. I really need a break.
Literally. All right. Well, anything else we didn't cover that you can think of?
This is fun, and I think we should do some more afternoon delights when we just get together and just whip it out there, And I think it's a beautiful thing. And they say, you will do it and they will come. I said, is that a baseball game? I don't know. Yeah, absolutely. I think this was wonderful.
Good.
Everybody calm the spirits.
That's it. And market, you had a chance to buy it now. It's back up where it was, so you might miss a little dip, but it's all good, guys. This is crypto. They go up, they go down, and then when they get it to those high prices, you take your profits, lick your freaking ice cream, pay off some debt, do it all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't get all amped up, okay?
That's it.
Breadcrumb.
All right. Well,